Hello and welcome to our riding portion of our bitless retraining session with Rosie the ranch horse, who hasn't been ridden in about 6 months or really worked with, and so we're going back and retraining her with a hackamore, or like you would call a side pull type of bridle. Now we've already gone through our groundwork session. Please see our other videos for that. And now we're going to begin the riding session. So we're going to follow the same basic principles when we start riding the horse as we did when we worked on the ground. We're going to get her to move her head, her neck, her shoulders, and we are going to ask for our hindquarters. We might add the rib cage in there, but the main thing I want her to do is move head, neck, shoulders, and hindquarters effectively on both sides. Okay, time to mount up. I have checked my girth. It is good. Made sure she's desensitized with me moving my stirrup. She's cool with it. She's quite a ways up here. But I'm going to grab mane and rein. Go up and over. And wow, I already had some saddle slippage. She's a big old girl. I may even have to tighten my saddle up even a little bit more, because she's really built like a barrel, and when you have a horse like this, sometimes fitting equipment to him is going to be really hard. Well, she didn't have any problem with me getting up on her, so let's see what she thinks about, flexing. Flexing today, super easy. Go around to the other side. Okay, the right side's the bad side. Oh, we got a little motion this time. Give and release. Continue to turn. And whoa. And I'm going to ask for that flex. Lean forward and pull. There we go. She gave, I gave. Pull and release. Pull and release. So she's moving her head and her neck and giving to this hackamore really, really well. I'm very pleased with this portion. So now that I've got Rosie just giving her head, now I'm going to add pressure and ask her to move her forequarters. So if I'm going to move to the left, I'm going to open the door to the left. I'm going to push button number 1, and there we go. We got a nice little crossover. I'm actually putting more pressure on her neck and using more of my toe for button number 1. To the left, pretty good. Now let's try to the right. There we go. Wow, she's got a nice little spin. So that was our work on moving the shoulders, and she's giving us really nice crossovers, and we're getting pretty consistent crossovers. So I think we've got that part pretty much taken care of. So the next thing that we're going to work on is her yielding the hindquarters, and that's going to be button number 3. So I'm going to tip her nose to the left foot button number 3, and with my right outside hand, I'm going to get her to cross over that back. Couldn't see that very well, but it's coming along quite nicely. She wants to move her front end. I want her to move her back end. So I'm going to go button number 3, 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 and release. And that was a pretty good start. We're going to actually do some exercises next. Next, we're going to work on some exercises to really get that, moving her rear end, moving her hindquarters, yielding her hindquarters. And what I mainly use is the turn on the forehand. So it's nose to fence, button number 3, fence side, and use the fence to keep the horse from turning. So I'm going to use this back fence over here. I do have a little bit of a straightaway. I'm going to put her nose right at that pole. Nose to fence, button number 3, fence side. And there's my turn. Nose to fence, button number 3, fence side. And there's my turn. She got a little close to the fence for me on that one. I need to ask a little less. Nose to fence. Turn the nose into the fence. Oops. She got a little excited about that. Nose to fence and turn. we're going to continue walking around and doing a few more turns on the forehand to get better control of our hindquarters. So now we're at the portion of our ride where we've moved all of her body parts. She's moving very well for us. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do some circle work to really kind of get a better control of the horse. So we're going to start with some small figure eights. Now we're going to go to the right. Oh, she really cut back on me. She likes that. When you add that leg, and she really moves a whole lot better when you add the leg more in the number 2 position to actually start getting her to turn. And I really like that. I like the control that she has. I'm barely using any rein at all. And I'm doing lots of little circles. Lots of little turns. I'm going to ask her to flex her neck a little bit more. Get herself a nice little workout going. And I'm just going to sit here and do little figure eights, back and forth, different sides. I'm going to get her now to walk forward a little bit out of that and get her to walk a bigger circle. So I'm going to use my inside leg now to see if I can't push her out on the circle a little bit. There we go. We got a step. Now I'm going to ask for a smaller circle just by adding legs and a little outside rein. And that was a really nice, tight little circle. As soon as you add legs, boy, she turns. She's very responsive. And I like that. But that was just at a walk. Now we're going to take things up to a trot. And start working some basic patterns. Just lots of little figure eights. Now that we've got her going at a walk, now let's pick up the trot. We'll start out clockwise. Now she's very stiff clockwise, but she's one of the most comfortable horses I've ever ridden. I'm kind of impressed. I don't feel like I bounce very much at all, but I'm not really adding any leg to her. I'm just mainly trying to get her to give to that inside rein. I'm pulling and releasing, just to get her to round up a little bit. She's actually pretty balanced and moves pretty well for a big girl. Make our stop, ask for our back, pull and release, nice back. Now we're going to go counterclockwise, same thing. I'm just going to add a little bit of outside rein just across the neck, and I'm going to try to get her to flex that nose in. I want to look down, and I want to see the corner of her nose and the corner of her eye in my circle. And I know my footing's not very good. I'm working on what I have to work on. And let's turn. Oh, she did pretty good through that. Now let's see if we can add the figure eight trot transition. Nice and tight. Use the center and make our turn. Oh, she's quick. Stop, back. And I really like the way she's doing so far, especially on those trotting exercises. Just a lot of those, and she'll be moving around great in no time, if not already. Okay, our final test, the canter. We're going to try to get both the right and the left leads. We're not in the best environment in the world to do it, but we are in an enclosed area. I've got a helmet. She seems to be acting just fine. And we're just going to get right canter, left canter, and call that good for today. She goes around fast. And she's not real balanced in here. Put her back down. out the left lead. Set up the shoulder. Come on. Come on. Well, all we got is the right lead, which is a start. But instead of continuing and trying to get the other lead, I'm going to go with the direction she knows how to do, and we know she knows how to do. So let's ask for the right lead. Come on. Ooh. Ooh. Stop well. Back up. Let's go forward. Let's ask for that right lead again. Come on. Come on. Good. Stop. See if I can turn her around. Come on. Come on. Okay. So obviously, at least we got her into a canter. We know that getting that left lead is going to be a problem. So that's something I'm going to work on the lunge line and then come back to actually in the saddle. Well, after being such a good girl, I figured Rosa deserved a little bit of a trail ride. So we're just going to walk around for a nice little cool off and see how she does around the cows and all the obstacles. Squeedy. Okay, that's good enough. That's good enough. Let's walk on. Squeedy. Hey, Luna. That's Luna the husky. Yeah, she's pretty cool with dogs. We're just going to walk around by the barn. We have a little furry shadow. Thanks for joining us, Luna. Just go check out some equipment. Make sure that's cool. Maybe we'll just follow the dog for a bit. There you go. She's checking everything out, but she's being really nice and quiet, just walking up the road. Nothing's really bothered her so far. She's just checking things out. Doing a really good job. Oh, good ponies get a bath. Oh, do you want some water? You were drinking it just a minute ago. There you go. Get you some water. She really likes it. Oh, does that feel good? Oh, do you want some more? Want some more? So thank you for watching today. And remember, please like and subscribe. And if you want to see any of the other parts of our work, please check out the playlist. Have a great ride!